Alqubit, IT, as an expression of art. Alqubit, IT, as an expression of art.
Hello world! Today I have another very interesting use case about project management. My previous use cases were in November 2025. I have prepared some interesting experience in my last 3 months that I call them human cases in the madhouse about project management, IT project management in our industry. It will be challenging life because it requires intellectual and physical and the space of life performing in order to provide this what I'm intended to do. And to enter into the correct mind space, let's present the live production that has reached very good level. Here is my OBS, just a couple of minutes. OBS, everything is working. I have configured yesterday my beautiful Fairlight Live. Everything is beyond excellent. I have introduced this delay spacey effect in order to have the perception that you are at those 10 milliseconds of delays with constantly shifting the face in order to perceive around 3.5 meters of distance. That actually is my camera. The other is a little further, and everything is fine, everything is good. Let's begin with this beautiful I'm having a little struggle to enter into the space of the zone, but let's begin. I have a couple of use cases on how not to conduct IT project. I've been subject of 2 project managements in different companies. That is absolutely the madness of our industry. What are those 2 use cases that you should never do this in this way your projects? The first one of the madhouse is, let's conduct our project with the support ticket, as it was super urgent delivery of the solution today, now, in this moment, at the second. I thought that I have seen in all my 40 years in technology and 30 in IT everything, but I wasn't. Managing a project as a ticket is the worst of the worst of the worst, and it is so bad for the professional, so bad for the company, so bad for the results, so bad for delivery, that cannot be worse. It was a project that, in my opinion, with my experience, because I have experience of designing, validating, installing, delivering the IT project and systems end to end. And what I have seen was around 10 days of analysis. It was migration of one contextualization of FTP, specialized FTP server with many users, and it had to be migrated to completely different system. What has been analyzed, but the person that cannot read and intend what he's doing, 6 hours. And I said, this cannot be done in this way. 6 hours is impossible. And the product, destination product that was needed to be implemented with its idiosyncrasies bugs that they were malfunctioning with SSL and everything, and you need to study and you need to analyze and you need to discover the migration path and you need to test and you need to validate and you need to stabilize and you need to optimize the performance, and only then you can deliver. And let's skip completely the details, but what was the madness? The person that is staying behind my back looking at the ticket that was opened and constantly micromanaging my decision making, my actions, my methodology. Why do you click here? Why you do that? Why you do that? And every 5 minutes I was supposed to do the updates on this fucking ticket. I have never seen in my life worst case, one of the worst of the worst case scenarios. Project as a support ticket is a madness. You don't know what you're doing. You are improvised. You don't understand anything from IT. Let me say it. So, no requirements analysis, no feasibility analysis, nothing. Do it in 6 hours, update every 5 minutes the support ticket, and do it, and you have to finish. I will be much more extreme, but we are in the industry and life. I need to be presentable. So it is the one that doesn't understand anything of IT, of project implementation and delivery, cannot reach with this mega bullshit to deliver and develop a project as an urgent IT ticket. It cannot be level 1, level 2, level 3, level 300. It is bullshit. Cannot be done. And will never be done. And we will stay where you are. A couple of improvised bullshitters. So the first one that I have ever seen in my life, and you have should never do this way to conduct IT project, as a support ticket. Forget about this. This is mega bullshit. So, not even thinking about process inception, requirements, anchoring, research and development, design, validation, delivery, documentation, support ticket, project with support ticket. We have arrived to this madness of the human cases in the madhouse. The second one that is largely used because of improvisation, missing any kind of knowledge of project management, of system design, system vision, system integration, analyzing the criticality of the project. I will not state who you are, but you cannot do a project mission critical for a bank as a business as usual. You cannot do a project as it was a common case of support of managing the business as usual, sending juniors. Let's implement a couple of functions and let's put it into production, and let's look blocking the entire process of design of that super critical project. But we'll see what will happen in 8 months. It will be dead, all of you. So, project managed as a business as usual is another mega bullshit. This is done only in corporate because there are little silos, stagnant, closed compartments of sales, a bunch of juniors, and value extraction instead of value co-creation of the corporate. You cannot start a critical design without creating the matrix of the system instantiation, which comprises, let me open here to record how it's done. Zachman is still open here, or this is the Zachman ontology. It is not methodology, it is ontology of how you need to approach. It is meta model for all the models. This is my preferred lovely approach of how system needs to be built. What, how, where, who, when, why, and all the matrix. And it is absolutely on every aspect of the system design, of the system integration, and the end result, what is done with the value extraction through pressure inside the corporate, instead of value co-creation and generate the value, system robustness, absolute certainty of the result, it's starting completely without structure. Let's offer this. Let's find on the market a couple of super juniors that don't know even where they are in the world, born 20 years ago. I'm 57 and I have 40 years of experience, for 39 in technology, done end to end for 30 years, invested 500,000 euros only on my constant learning and development. You find a junior to develop your project about the bank We will see what happened. So, starting from the planning, let me open here one old project planning. You have the approach is you starting with the process of inception. What expectation? What is the how critical the environment is? The budget in place, everything. What is supposed technology levels in disaster recovery? Everything you analyze and begin to write everything. Requirements gathering, and it is process of constant top down bottom up. I have here I have published it years ago on my LinkedIn this that it is my absolute vision that networking, security, infrastructure, system integration can never be done with agile bullshit. It has its contextualization, especially in the software, but you cannot build your house with agile bullshit. It is like, let me see if I can find it about the management. I cannot find it, unfortunately. It was a V. How you develop the project and how you validate it constantly at any level, and it is end-to-end at any level of abstraction. I have latency of the audio. I'm struggling to speak, but I will go anyway. I don't care. And you need to constantly top down, bottom up, validate, reach to the point of what is feasible, validate it. If it is not actually feasible or it costs too much, you need to change it. And it is constantly this top down, bottom up for the process of the project development. And you reach this vertical work breakdown structures for every aspect of the project storage infra. You go down into the specificity of the exact elements of work about the validation, improvement, tuning, integration, security hardening, everything deep dive, plus adjustment of what is reasonable, because you need to constantly adjust not to cost a trillion your end project. You need to adjust to the budget that is available and how you can reach with certainty the destination, which are your deliverables, at what time, with what quality, with the level of quality that needs to be consistent. And only after that you can have the actual end result, the how much it will cost. Because if your budget is too little, too tiny, and you do this analysis, you cannot cover what is being asked. You need to correct. And why this process is essential? Because you don't throw money on the floor. On the other way, you leave the money on the table, because you can absolutely justify and show where the necessity is, what are the processes. Sorry. And after you have done at the level of work breakdown structure, you can summarize and show at the level where it is. At the level of I want to show but I cannot now in life I cannot show it. Where is this? Just a sec. I cannot quickly find the levels, but basically you can summarize the end result. You do not start for critical project a bunch of items related to security, about switching DHCP, whatever, or the filtering. You need to start that way. In your work breakdown structure, your objectives, your analysis, your validation, we provide related to specific technology, because with Fortinet, the specificity of the hardening of the switches will provide a madness dysfunction. If you force it, it needs to be managed as an ecosystem. You need to be aware at what level of abstraction certain elements are applied, provided how they will be delivered and everything. Instead, starting with the project as it is a bunch of items without knowing actual effort, without knowing actual process of design, of process of validation, and how to reach the end state of the environment once it is complete. You asking for mega troubles, and this is what is happening when you start as business as usual, and you freeze your inefficient, not designed system, put it into production immediately, and your bank beginning to build up and function. You have to implement the process that you need of very short interaction and impacts of the constant micro improvement, validation, and construction of the design in post-production, as you can say, post-delivery, because It is completely wrong, the concept of the methodology and way to deliver project. You cannot freeze one function. Let's optimize teams, and the entire world of the rest of implementation. You're missing DNS. You're missing holistic systemic view and design. You're missing the vision about strategic path from here in 2 years. You are missing everything. You are navigating with your eyes shut. And let's, I'm saying, this is not good. This has happened endless times in my life. I'm announcing the result based on my knowledge, validation, constant improvement, and what I have seen as an end result of the analysis. Cannot be done or needs to be done. What are doing the suckers, corporate suckers, face slapping on daily stand-ups or weekly stand-ups, where we are with the plan done on Excel with a bunch of filtering security. You are doing the bank. You are doing bullshit. Bullshitters. Improvised bullshitters. And you have to do this. You have to imply a real architects. I'm architect with the A, big A, because I have been 25 years in this process. I have delivered mega critical results, systems in context of billions. And I know what I'm talking about, what I'm speaking. And the little man, childish bullshitter, we will see where we go. You are not delivering a bank with the bullshit Excel. Whatever you are, you know who you are. And this is the process. Let's return a little bit of structure. The process of inception, requirements. You have chosen the architecture with the certain product technology and everything. It needs to go through the process of anchoring what I'm intending with anchoring. This is my own definition. You put the anchor down and begin to trace the perimeter of your project, and you expand more and more and more and more and more until you acquire all the details from the architectural standpoint of view of the management of every product that is involved, documentation. You do the proof of concept constantly on any part of this. I have shown in the, it put me out of the system. Let's say I need to use whatever technology, ProLine, download the specs, validate every aspect, how it needs to be super optimized at the level of PCI, how it needs, how everything. After that, you open maintenance service guide, and you see all the impacts, how this thing can be improved, how is the right if you need to design from scratch, you are architect, that you need to do the bill of material, you need to do this work of the end-to-end detailed bill of material, and you go and you find every aspect, preparation procedures, you need to know all of those, you need to speak this language of the technology. You cannot hire another bullshitter that is certified in certain technology, because the certification is the mega bullshit of the industry. It is an industry by itself. If you don't know what to do, don't understand anything of technology, you get certified, because another one has to certify this individual junior bullshitter has paid me, and I have invented a certain amount of bullshits about my validated mega costly design, and this is my vendor, my promoter of my technology. It is not system design, it is not system thinking, it is not matching the matrix of the entire process of project development. And you are absolutely in trouble. Yes, in the corporate, there is no way to develop yourself, because you are inside the bullshit structure of the bullshit project that you never validate anything. Only meetings with a bunch of bullshitters that don't know what they are talking about and lying to themselves and shifting responsibilities. At what point we are with the Excel, with the plan? Your plan, you can clean your ass, because it is a bullshit. A bunch of... You have to develop this thing. You have to spend, you have to invest. And IT project, especially mission critical, it can never be done as business as usual. It requires mobilization of actions, people, knowledge, destination. It needs to be a war. Every day you go against the destination and you burn down everything and construct over it. This is how mission critical project, every kind of project is done. Not support ticket. Go fuck yourself. Support ticket in your ass. Or business as usual. Business as usual. Looking with the eyes shut of the people that has begun a couple of months ago to think about systems, and seeing with their superficial vision about system thinking that I have, and I'm preparing the next step in strategic way on where you need to go. Instead, you thinking about your weekend, your next vacation, and that you don't need to be troubled to state and know the reality that you are hitting a wall, and it will be very soon. We will be hitting a massive wall. And it needs to be approached. You need to acquire how it's called, propulsion. In the system design is not sit here and how it needs 5 hours you do certain thing. It is impossible to do. You need to do the process of research and development to enter into structure in the language of this solution, and you need to reach to the point of the massive struggle in order to open the door of the solution. And what I meant to say that my methodology of this context is destabilize to the limit and optimize. This is absolutely every environment. Every environment. I have started in a nuclear plant. This means that I do not improvise. What you think that I improvise, this is my strategy to ensure your robustness of the environment later on. You improvise. You don't know what you're doing and you cannot analyze. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the tools, mental and knowledge tools to evaluate what is happening. And the process of the project in IT is contradictory because the mega corporation multinationals are only interested of value extraction. You can never grow in the corporate. You will never see investment in it. It's all bullshit, all lies. I have been around 15, 70 years in the mega corporations and I have invested 500,000 of my money on my development, 50,000 in books, 250 in my own infrastructure data center for 20 years, and 150,000 in all the bullshit conferences that are completely useless, and other 500,000 that I have burned in risk management, in trying to do new things or not covering the risk. But this is life. Basically, I have burned 1 million in 30 years, and you hope that you will find for 40,000 another junior bullshitter and you will save your project. You are desperate. You are desperate, improvised bullshitter. And process of inception, requirements, anchoring. Let's go to beautiful Fortinet. It is the process. I have 2 diplomas in electronics. I've been through around 10, 30 years of exercising the profession of electronics. 3.5 years into the nuclear power plant that was mixed electronics with IT. That how exactly should be. In my opinion, every IT professional needs to have diploma in electronics. Every security professional needs to have first all the knowledge in networking, you cannot go there and implement a bunch of security policy, thinking that it is working as a Cisco, as a FPF sense on anything inside the FortiGate. You need to go with your knowledge of the analysis capacity. As you breathe the air, you develop with, and what I was saying, that I have 10 years of repair of Denon professional audio, very complex systems that I have day by day developed, troubleshooted everything. My capability, capacity, vision, capacity to abstract thinking about system cannot be reached in any way. Of what I have been through in my life, in my professional development. You cannot reach this level of troubleshooting, root cause optimization with my 15 years of electronics actually that I have done systems. Let me open here to show as other thing. Whatever server technology, I can match the specs, functionality, transfer system of what is entering, what is required to exit, like nothing, because I have developed my formula mentis about system design, improvement, electronics, and those were the systems. And let's see, it is complex system. It has 5 microprocessors inside. They are very complex. And this is my indestructible engineering approach about IT. I have repaired this one, but now today I'm using Fairlight Life effect of expansion. And this is my a decade of actual daily research and development in action inside troubleshooting, root cause analysis, improvement, solutions. And as it was the same as you go with the server and you do deep dive analysis before that you start to implement the process and the project. Before, much before, when you develop your work breakdown structure. But this is the process with which you arrive to the work breakdown structure. After previously, you get, study, analyze, interiorize, and understand what system is actually, what is required to optimize, to validate, to stabilize, to fine tuning, and to put it in the place where it is required, in the critical system, in a bank. You are bullshitters. This is done here, the same. There are other aspects. It is complete system. Everything is online. Everything is public. I don't need the bullshit certificate that you don't know. It is certificate that you are stupid. Because certification is for the stupid. You pay, you obtain, and you don't learn anything. No system design, no system vision, no critical thinking, no system thinking. Pay, deep, submit, and go to find a job in the bullshitters. This is system design. This is where you need to go deep dive at any level, electrical, electronics, how it is integrated, how you can match everything, PCI, NICs, every kind of interface in order to guarantee end-to-end the throughput that you intended to use. And after that, at any level is that way. Networking, InfiniBand, GPU, whatever you want, AI, mega system. It is done absolutely in the same way. This is how the system are done. This is how you develop a critical project, not critical project, whatever project. With the time you develop your way of doing and understanding, that is order of magnitude of the bullshitters with the Excel. Let's see if for this month we have covered the functionalities that we have find with AI or whatever bullshitters. Let's begin. Let's return to FortiGate. You have to learn one by one all the aspects, all the critical aspects, how I can open this thing. And you go here and you, with the anchoring, you expand your position of knowledge, your space, and every aspect. After that, you go into being everything seen as a one system. You cannot configure one and leave the other after that. You have to have the system thinking. And you go under, what is it? Let's go back. You go under the switch. The switching optimization with FortiGate is absolutely unique because all the system, it creates how the actual architecture is built in order to give you maximum throughput and security. And this is done. If you have started in the bullshit, stupid way, your design, not design, your business as usual implementation, but it cannot be called engineer. Whatever in Italian is sistemista. Sistemista or system administrator. You go to develop your mission critical project for the bank with the 26 years of experience, your bullshitter nano system administrator. I will never forget you. Bullshitter, bully, whatever bullshitter. You have to develop, you have to have insight, intrinsic vision about the system design, system improvement, how it is done, validation at any, you have to pay this ticket of the validation and optimization, system optimization. And you need to reach to the point of the crash of the missing functionality in order to validate every step that it is essential, one little flag is essential, one little step is essential, and you reach to your minimalistic design in the architecture, into the settings, into the delivery, but it is done paying through research and development, anchoring, design, validation, the entire delivery. You cannot arrive to the delivery when you haven't done the planning, the requirements analysis, the anchoring, and anything before. Are you going to construct your house with a bunch of low-level workers that are going and know how to put a couple of bricks here, there, everything? There is no planning how it needs to be. What is the construction of the entirety? What solicitation it needs to sustain? Are you doing that way? No. Why you are doing the IT project in that way? That the multinational bullshitters have distracted the information technology, that they take an army of bullshitters juniors with the maximum systems and PowerPoint, present methodologies and everything. After that, throwing an army there, resolve and give me the high-level design, low-level design, operational procedure for entire system in MS in 2 hours that I have just arrived, for the God's sake. And the statement, every Azure architect will be capable to do in 2 hours. What on earth can do an Azure architect instead of selling the Microsoft Azure? There is no system vision. And you have to develop the project, the process through consistent way, consistent operational methodology, and arrive. This is done not in hours. This is done in weeks, if not months. And what you obtain, it is no slow process. It is compounding value, robustness, certainty, availability, professionalism, professional awareness, system awareness. And this is how control the project with the right tool of the project. What is the point that you assign me the license about project and you agreed that you need to develop in 2 months, working like hell to compensate the depth and to redo everything, and 3 days later you're asking me about Excel when I have done a micro piece of this and I have discovered all the issues that will give you the strategic vision and correction for the future. Bullshitters. And you start here. During the entire process of the project, you need to do. I have the advantage that I have done end-to-end system design, project management, and everything. And I can cover basically all the aspects, but it requires time. It requires mental space. It requires effort. And for certain effort, forget about what is missing in the corporate bullshitters, face-slapping bullshitters, daily or weekly stand-ups bullshitters. Design is not effort-based. You cannot put 5 persons system administrators to optimize the design. You will do mega bullshit. System design. There is 1 or 2 persons, people that architecture of your house. They are not a bunch of architects. They are not a bunch of workers that are moving the bricks. You have 1 architect. You have 1 strategy. You have 1 direction. Everyone needs to move in the same direction. You don't have a bunch of bullshitters that are constantly sabotaging your project and working against you. Bullshitters. You can steal my last invoice, so the 1,200. You are dead. Morto di fame. Morti di fame. Infami. Bullshitters. And you doing this kind of things. This kind. You don't steal the intellectual property of my work, of what I have done. You steal the first node in order to implement the second, and kill me with the backstabbing and not pay me. Bullshitters. Copeleta maicini. Fuck you. Con excuse that this is life. But you are mega bullshitters. You should not be even inside this industry. And what is the process of research and development? It is a process of constant gaining the vision about the environment, about the systemic vision about what will be the integration with all the critical parts, the end result of authentication, the end result of naming resolution, the end result of how everything will fit together, but with the baseline of the technology that has been chosen. It is not designed. Bullshitters, improvised bullshitters. System design and critical project can never be done with business as usual, with support tickets, and let's make it work the minimal valuable function configuration that improvised juniors are going there. Next. It works. And after that, you freeze the entire system, construct over it service flows, and you stating we do not touch anything because it is already done from months. Bullshitters, paraculi, bullshitters. Call Microsoft. Let's say what Microsoft will say, and call Fortinet to finally resolve your design. Mega bullshitters, mega improvised, incapable bullshitters, face slapping bullshitters. And this is how it is done, a project. The planning is essential, but it is not exercise of let's see how it takes. Let's do it 20 days or 6 months of project. Let's do it in 4 days or in 2 hours. Bullshitters. Incapable bullshitters. You have to pay the work, the involvement. And this is how and after that, the deliveries. The entire design of the subnetting, routing, distributed between different sites. It cannot be recovered later on once you have freezed and constructed your house. You cannot change, let's move it 10 meters left or 30 meters right. It cannot be done only through destruction and reconstruction. And it is done in consistent way, naming convention at the subnets, how it's done, the level of quality, everything. How it's done, the configuration of the switches, how you represent everything inside, naming convention, port channels, whatever other name it is, or you map the matrix of the VLANs. And this is how it's done at any level. This is what it needs to be done in projects. And the other thing, the system assessment. You need to develop. This is, for example, it depends of what contextualization, but this is an old file, but it is done the same way. The Active Directory design, implementation with the cloud, zero trust architecture. I have updated on purpose 7.6.6.7 in order to support natively zero trust. But this is how the process is done. And I am the right person. My second name is project saver of the desperate projects, failed projects, troubled projects. And documentation methodology, it starts with the inception. If you start without the correct documentation because of day by day business as usual, you are always on the fire, we will arrive at no place. We don't have direction. And what is my business values and pillars that are actually my business pillars and principles are actually the structure of the project management. Integrity. I don't steal invoices. I don't backstabbing. I don't lie. Whatever you are bullshitter. The foundation of our business is in the value co-creation with my knowledge, with my experience, with my capabilities, with my experience and capacity to put in place the process in order to realize the transformation. I'm giving you a value. My experience is a value by itself. It is the acquisition with the years of experience about awareness of certain Minecraft. Realistic, minimalist, efficient. That in order to arrive to be realistic, I'm telling you the truth in your face, in your eyes, that your project is a bullshit. You're incapable to deliver this project. This is realistic, truthful, minimalist. My objective is to put in place minimal amount of technology, layers, configurations to arrive to minimalist design in order to obtain efficiency and security, manageability, and possibility to improve and realize disaster recovery and everything. It is everything inside this thing. System thinking, system design. Technology as an expression of art. Being multi-specialized. I see technology as one dimension seen from multiple points of view with the base core electronics, because it is arriving everything done, everything there. Our vision with 12 business principles in 4 pillars is actually the way you can manage your business and the principle with which you manage and deliver your projects. Organize and prepare your project. You need to organize and prepare. You need to see the vision. You need to understand the money available, budgets, your capability of are you actually capable to provide, and you go in the job market and lowballing me with 50,000 that I have reached 200,000 for 20 years in order to put me at the same level what's junior. In my 5th years, I was gaining 55,000 in Vodafone. You're a bullshitter to put me. I'm saying I have improved, I have done. It is by your hierarchy. In your ass. Vision, strategy, methodology. You have to have the vision. You have to know with which strategy, with which methodology we will reach your destination. And it is not with value extraction that you put absolutely bullshit deadlines with bullshit content, with bullshit file Excel of your project, and you will reach anywhere. Research and develop. When you start the process, is this absolutely, you cannot skip this passage. Direction, expertise, experience. It is exactly how you build, doing the anchoring and develop your place, your project, your construction, your IT house, your IT business mission, critical system, direction, expertise, experience. It is everything a matrix of the same system. Being self-awareness, feedback, and improvement. Truthfulness. Fairness. Self-awareness of what value you are providing. You don't put me into the angle as a kid when I have developed my knowledge, my capability, and my vision, and to put me that I need to stay put and need to be micromanaged. Micromanage yourself. Improvised bullshitters. Self-awareness. Feedback. That you need to provide the feedback. Constant feedback. Realistic feedback. Not of... we are all adults in a world of adults. You don't backstab. You don't extract my information, my technical details that I have provided for my project, and you steal my intellectual property and destroy my project to not pay me, because I have given you my honest feedback immediate about my work. Feedback and improvement. It is constant improvement in a real team that has the same destination. No one is going against. Everyone is going into the same direction. Holistic drive and cohesion. This is the essential. In a project, you have the holistic drive. I have the capability of the impulse to action. Holistic drive. I'm driving the process. Cohesion. We need to be a team. Entire human system of individuals that with constant interaction, contribution, and value co-creation, they're going and produce something in this world, in this industry. And resilience, that if something happens, I'm staying awake into the work for 36 hours, presenting in Cordusio at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm correcting your design that is stated that it has been completed and it hasn't been implemented physically, not even one thing. This is the resilience. It is not resilience against backstabbing. Backstabbing is not admitted. Reaching goals. 4 pillar. Results. The actual result and results with your objectives of the bullshits. Let's do it in 4 hours. I'm getting hired that I will have 2 months of analysis in order to improve and correct the project. I'm saying it. Your plan is folklore. Your plan is not plan. It is mega bullshitters, mega bullshit of the bunch of bullshitters. And this is your objectives. Result, the end result that you pay on the end. You see? The objectives. And you hit the wall of the reality. This is the end result. That reality, you will get smashed your face into the reality. Let's see in September where you're going with your juniors not juniors, certified bullshitters. Let's see where you're going in September, October. Bullshitters. And returning to my project management is not improvisation. It is not breaking my bones and drinking my blood in order to extract value of my knowledge, experience, dedication, honesty, and backstabbing, and stealing my work, and not paying my invoices, and you are bullshitters. Face-lapping bullshitters. This is how the project management needs to be done. I don't care about the big corporate multinationals that has destroyed the IT in the world, basically, of how the society is functioning. Doesn't give somehow a value that is correct. Hiring 200,000 bullshitters, slaves, and value extract from them, making them, breaking their bonds, making them work day and night in order to sell at kilos with your political involvement and influence important projects. It's not how the information technology needs to be. Whatever you are doing, it is slavery. It is not information technology. It is value destruction through value extraction. One is the slave with 5 cents in a packet, and the other doesn't pay any taxes, and it is trillion, billions, whatever. Bullshitters. This is how the information technology needs to be done, because it is industry of engineering. There are different aspects of engineering. They are not improvised, certified bullshitter that is selling the technology, that is next. You need to prepare. You need to study. You need not to certify, but to prepare, to study all those documentations, to make it yours, intrinsic capability, mental capability. And it is not done through certification. Even the worst certification through studying in online or whatever. You can prepare. Everyone has limited capacity, time, and everything. You need to study based on the project. Prepare the project. What is currently necessary, deployment guide, and you download, you study, you prepare, you validate, you test, and when it is done, it is done. And then the last one, the next one. This is how the projects are done. Not bullshitters, not taking the lowest level of a couple of work breakdown instruction and put them at the top level and present it as a project plan. You can do the Excel with the project plan, but as a process of extraction of this plan that needs to be already developed. Let me see if I can. I cannot reach now to see the level. Whatever. You can visualize only the top level or the two levels and have the abstraction level for the executive presence in analysis where you are. And with this is called Gantt. Gantt is not your Excel, as I said. And this is how it needs to be done. It is not super structured live production, but you can extract on every system every minimal detail, but you need to invest the time, you need to invest the mental space, the mental energy, and you need to arrive into this place when you have complete understanding of the holistic entire thing if you want to be called architect. And every system, every design, every project needs to have one. If there are two, there are too many, and they need to work in constant synchronization, coherent harmony in order to produce a design. One person is the architect, not 100, not the certified bullshitter junior, not system administrator that is system administrator bullshitter face slapping for 26 years in a company of 100 people, and you do mission critical. You are bullshitter. You're stupid bullshitter. And this is my honest feedback that is added to the previous two videos about my methodology, and I'm highly suggesting you to see. Yesterday I have, with the Opus Clips, I have reproposed this one. The entire content I have published it yesterday on all my channels with shorts. There are two videos. One is done there in November. Touch use cases, inception, and anchoring, about the project documentation and methodology. And another is this one, that is IT methodology optimization. This is gold. This is platinum. This is absolute the best of the best. And today, even I'm still incazzata nera about what happened. But I'm telling the truth, bullshitters. This is not versus the general public bullshitters. This is for specific bullshitters. They know who you are, who they are. They know very well who they are. And this is how this will end. So it's been a good live production. I hope to be able to produce very soon and be able to survive the next couple of months, and to produce my lovely, highly desired how it's called, masterclass about Ethernet TCP. This is, and plus my passion project that I have set as objectives. I have here. This is I have started to create the virtual switches with the different environment, and I will do, after that I will implement with the other for DL360 HP, another for hypervisor, and I will do the VXLAN with FS technology. This will be with open sense. If it is working as I have in mind to work, it should work. To validate 3 phases of my VXLAN technology use cases, to showcase the possibility of the technology. And thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure. We'll see soon again. Today I have diversified. I like it without background blue. Let's do it that way for today. This is optical movement. It is not elaboration, and I love it. Let's close here. Excellent sound, excellent spacey sound, wide stereo effect that I have reached, and we will see soon again. Thank you very much, and please correct your wrong. You know who you are. Correct all your wrong, or we will see into the court. There is no other way. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.
Alqubit, IT as an expression of art. Alqubit, IT as an expression of art.